And welcome to Ball State University's turf field, where today, for the 9th time, Ball State and Kent will meet to decide the MAC Field Hockey Championship. They will meet for the 9th time, as I said. It's coming up next on WCRH Sports. WCRH Sports presentation of the MAC Field Hockey Championship. I'm Jeff Mullins. I'm joined today with a representative of the MAC office, Michelle LeBerth.
How you doing, Jeff?
To talk about, we are here for one of the big games in the MAC, Ball State and Kent again to meet for the final.
Biggest game of the season for both teams.
That's right. Now, first off, let's talk about Kent. We first look at Kent and we say they have Maggie Downey, an All-American, but they have a lot of freshmen that come in that play a lot of minutes and contribute a lot.
That's true. While Maggie Downey is an All-American candidate, you have to look at Kent on offense and defense being led by two freshmen. Inga Corton on offense with 50 points. Second in the conference only to Sally Northcroft. And then Carrie DeVries has what she calls a sweeper position on defense, held by Helen Jordan, a past MAC Player of the Week, who's also a threat on the defensive corners. So we'll look for her to match up with Ball State's potent offense today.
We caught up with Coach Carrie DeVries earlier today to talk about the MAC Field Hockey Championship. All right, Coach DeVries, here it is, the MAC Championship. You guys are going for 2 in a row. You won last year.
Yeah.
You guys got to feel pretty confident coming in today.
Well, I feel confident, yet I know we're going against a very strong opponent, and I respect Fitz and the Ball State team very much. I think it's going to be a wonderful game. I think it's a very healthy competition between these two schools. And, you know, obviously I want the best for my kids, but they need to come in ready to compete.
It's definitely a big rivalry here, and your freshmen have been really key. Of course, you have Maggie Downey, but you've got those 3 freshmen that are key in scoring too.
Yeah, well, out of 11 starters, we have 5 or 6 freshmen starting every game. So it's a young team, but they've really worn their heart in the sleeve lately. And Maggie Downey's class has been the reason for them to be able to have the confidence that they have, because they know they can only go as far as these freshmen help them to go. So it's exciting.
All right, well, good luck today, Coach.
Thank you very much.
So Coach Carrie DeVries there, of course, leading Kent last year to the 1998 MAC title with the upset over Ball State. Let's talk about Ball State. With Ball State, you think one word, you think one person, you think Sally Northcroft. 49 of the 67 goals for the team this year.
That's right, Jeff, but you got to think about who gets her the ball. It's her seniors, her senior midfielders and forward, Carrie Schultz and Jocelyn Teal. Schultz is first in the country in assists, followed by Teal, who's third in the country in assists. And these are the players who have to step up, who didn't have their best game of the season yesterday, and really have to put it together.
All right, we talked to Coach Karen Fitzpatrick. Of course, Karen, the all-time active leader in winning percentage in field hockey. We got a chance to talk to Coach Karen Fitzpatrick about today's game. Okay, we're here with Coach Karen Fitzpatrick. Karen, this is what it all comes down to today. You guys, we've been talking revenge, and we didn't know if we were going to play Kent. You're playing Kent today. You feel pretty confident coming today?
I think our players are ready. Certainly have to go out and play the game. I thought we were ready last year too, but I think regardless, you've got your 2 top teams in the tournament championship, and so it's going to be a hard played game and a very competitive game, and I think I just hope that we are the ones that come up on top today.
How important is it for not just Sally to come to play, but everybody today? I mean, that's been Sally's 49 of the 67 goals this year in the regular season, but everybody else has to step up too.
Yeah, there's no doubt in my mind that they're going to be putting a lot of pressure on Sally, and this needs to be a full team effort. I mean, Sally's not one that's been doing it the whole year. Anyway, she does it as far as the scoring goes, but you need to put the ball in the scoring position, and you need your whole team for that. And I actually talked to the seniors earlier today, and I kind of gave them the old plug that this is really about them, and they've got to go out there and take charge of the game. And I know they're ready and they're excited, and they've had great careers, and I know they want to finish up, here at Ball State with a big win.
All right. Well, good luck today, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, here we are. We are already just about 2 minutes into the game right now. Nothing really doing. Most play between the 30s. Again, I'm Jeff Mullins along with Michelle LeBerth. And so far, it's been kind of cat and mouse out there, just
It
testing
has.
each other out.
I think both teams are a little nervous right now starting the game. And you'll just see a lot of long passes, a lot of errant passes, a few fouls here in the beginning of the game.
Kent with possession now inside the 40. Then we'll have a whistle in Ball State. Laura Meckley will put it in, or Monica Rode will put it in play. So, Budney to put it in. She sends it back to Jamie McCord.
McCord is second team All-MAC player. As a matter of fact.
Again, a lot of whistles in this game. The play will not stop, as you know, will not stop. It'll stop a lot, but they will not stop play. They'll just set the ball down, put it back in play. Of course, Michelle, you've covered field hockey a lot. Talk about a few of the rules that we will see a lot of calls being made.
You're going to see a lot of calls with the ball hitting the foot. That's a change of possession foul. Third party is almost like what you would look at as a block in basketball or a pick. When one teammate's coming in and tries to take out the other girl from the team, whether advertently or inadvertently, it's still a change of possession foul. Here we have Northcroft.
And here's Sally. She'll send it in and we'll go over the end line, and Ball State will put it in play. Northcroft at about the 15.
I see Ball State looking a lot quicker today than they did yesterday, with Kent getting it out of the circle.
Yeah, yesterday, of course, Ball State winning 3-2 in overtime over a 5-14 Central Michigan team. It was a really hotly contested game. Ball State had beat Central 6-1 in both meetings this year. Coach Karen Fitzpatrick said the team looked a little nervous. Right now, though, here we go. Inga, number 10 for Kent in. They're in. Here's Downey.
She gets the pass into Downey.
And a save by Myers that goes over the end line. So
I'll tell you, you really have to watch Inga Corton and Maggie Downey for Kent. Inga's the 9th highest scorer in the country, 2nd in the conference, and then Maggie Downey is 13th in the country and 3rd in the conference. So we really have an offensive game here, Jeff.
Kent, of course, got into today's championship of beating Ohio yesterday 4-3 in a game that saw 3 goals scored in the last 6 minutes, including a penalty stroke by Inga Corton, who we just saw with just about a minute and a half to go in the game, and that was a tight game. Both games were unbelievable yesterday, and we can expect nothing but that today.
That was the 2nd straight Ohio-Kent match that was decided by a penalty stroke. Kent winning the last one October 29th for a share of the regular season crown.
And Kent will put it back in play. Send it back to Helen Jordan, and she sends it ahead. And Kent called for a dangerous shot there. Was that what that one was?
Yes, it was. One thing you really have to watch about both these teams is that everybody's really a midfielder. These coaches really like to spread it out. You'll see the backs from both teams with a few points here. So there's really no one who's going to slow down the game for both teams.
Okay, so Ball State throwing it inside. I'd like to introduce you to our 3rd member of our team right now, Andrea Burnat's down on the field. We didn't get to do this. We'll do it right now. Andrea, first report.
Wow, it's a beautiful day out here, as you can tell. Looking at Ball State yesterday versus Central Michigan, Sally Northcroft did have an injury, a sprained ankle. We did see her in practice this morning. She said she's normal, she's healthy, she's ready to go and back to shape. I did look at Kent this afternoon taking work of practice. Their stick work is looking excellent, and we do not have any reports of injuries on the Kent side. So as you can say, it's going to be a perfect match today. Now back up to Jeff and Michelle.
All right, thanks, Andrea. Ball State in the circle there, looking for the corner shot. They're back in now.
And
there's your first corner shot of the day. Now, let's talk about these corner shots. Ball State, all kinds of trouble yesterday. Central Michigan had 2, and they scored on their first 2 in the first half.
Usually this is Ball State's strong aspect of their game, with Teal, Schultz, and Northcroft all touching the ball on their corners. Yesterday, it did not look like Ball State out there. We'll see what happens here. It's Teal to Schultz to Northcroft, who flips
Northcroft off the top post.
Number 15.
And 15, Heather Weinhold knocks it in, and Ball State takes the early lead. Important for both teams to get off to the good start. Weinhold there, that's her 7th goal of the season. She scored one yesterday.
Yes, she did.
Against Central Michigan.
And Weinhold,
5 on the year.
Weinhold is an All-MAC Freshman of the Year candidate.
Number 15, Heather Weinhold. So a nice corner. Ball State was able to, yesterday we saw him, Schultz was unable to handle the passes. And we'll have a replay of the of the goal here.
It was textbook there. I don't think that Fitz called the deflection to Weinhold, but up until that point, it was a nice corner.
Northcroft shot high off the top post, but Weinhold's right there. You have to keep the stick below your shoulders, but it was pretty close
almost
there.
Looked like lacrosse there with that shot in.
Nothing the Kent goalie, Janelle Lynch, could do right there. So Ball State with the early 1-0 lead. Kent back on the attack. Corton was open there, but she could not get a stick on it. So Ball State will set it in play from the 15-yard line.
And we know Ball State was practicing their corners today after the way that they just kind of fell apart yesterday.
Yeah, our crew was out here at 8 o'clock setting up, and Ball State was out here about 8:30.
You always
They practiced corners for about 45 minutes, and they were. And I talked to Carrie Schultz, and she said, you know, yesterday was a fluke.
Thursday night with Teal, Schultz, and Northcroft taking away first-team awards, and then their strong back, Jamie McCord, taking away a second-team All-MAC award. So these seniors have really stepped up this year, and I'm sure Coach Fitzpatrick hopes that they step up in today's match here.
And Laura Meckley now trying to get possession. Here's Lisette Hare. Lisette Hare is one of the freshmen here for Kent. She tries to send it ahead. Nothing doing there. Christy Rushman. Corton gets a stick on it, and it'll be Kent's ball to inbounds here, 40 yards from the goal.
And Corton had the chance to take a 5-minute breather in yesterday's match also. She got the yellow card in the second half, and the way that works in field hockey is you take a 5-minute break, kind of like a penalty box in ice hockey, Jeff.
Exactly. So Ball State will send it in possession. Here's Jocelyn Teal, of course, one of the assists on that. Sending it in on that
right
corner
into
shot.
Kent's foot there.
Here's McCord. She'll set it across. A lot of the ball being deflected around. Here's Corton.
Corton has great ball work.
Three defenders around her right there, so they're keeping an eye on, just as Ken is keeping an eye on Sally Northcroft, Ball State keeping an eye on Inga Corton.
That's for sure. She was a unanimous first-team All-MAC selection this year. Definitely a candidate for Freshman of the Year in the Mid-American Conference, which will be announced after today's championship match, along with Player of the Year and Coach of the Year. And you know these teams will probably both be well represented in those specialty awards.
And here's Christy Rushman with a run up the left side.
She has got the speed for Ball State. And it's
running it in there
for Ball State.
Corner again for Ball State. So Ball State, when they finally gain control of the ball, they have been able to get right into the circle and get that corner shot.
So far, 1 for 1 today. Ball State, not a bad percentage on their corners, a little bit better than yesterday. Though they did score 2 goals on corners yesterday.
Had something like 17, 18 corners. Schultz sets to Northcroft, deflected by Janelle Lynch, the goalie. So Ball State will now send it in from the left side 5-yard line.
You'll see the Kent defense do that a lot for Ball State. What their goalkeeper will do, because Sally's shots are so fast and hard, is she'll just fall to the ground, hoping that it doesn't give it above her. And really, if she does that, she's only missing 2 feet of space there in front of the cage. So that looks to be the Kent defensive game plan for Ball State's corners this afternoon.
We saw yesterday Sally try that, actually both the Central Michigan player and then Sally trying that scoop shot. That is a legal shot. I guess if it's slower and scooped like that, scoop it up in the air. Of course, Central put one on the top of the net yesterday. And it could be Central Michigan right now here in the
And the difference between a high shot like that in field hockey and a high shot like that in soccer is these goalies are wearing about 10 pounds of equipment, so you're not going to see them, you're not going to see their hops here.
So Ken is able to clear it down the field. Ball State, let's see if it goes over the end line. Looks like it went out just inside the 10, so they'll put it in from the 10. Looks like Rushman's back there, and here's Carrie Schultz. She loses possession.
Ball State knocks it out of bounds again.
Inga Corton all over the place. Like to thank Mancino's today for getting our crew some nice lunch from Mancino's. There you see the address. It's nice to have a nice lunch from people that provide some good food, Mancino's, here in Muncie. So Ball State will...
Here's where Ball State has to be careful in the circle.
Yeah, they did that a few times yesterday. They would pass it right across the middle, and you get that pass stolen.
You worry about that.
You have a tie game right here.
You almost want to give the assist to the Ball State player when you see something like that.
You see Corton sends it in. Lisette Hars, and she's got
And
the
that's
goal.
the way it goes.
Lisette Hars just got behind the Ball State defense right there, and there was no chance. It was one-on-one. Hars, of course, a freshman for Kent, and she ties up today's game 1-1 with 21 minutes, 20 seconds left here in the first half.
It was almost like
And they just forgot about Hars.
the Ball State defense did not see Hars back there. And there you go again with Kent's freshman. Inga Korten, a freshman, passing the ball into Lisette Hars, a freshman. And now you see Kent energized, tying the game back up, neutralizing things, and I think they're ready to play.
So Lisette Hars with the goal. She had 11 on the season. And, of course, 4 Kent players with over 10 goals.
That's right.
3 of those players freshmen.
During the season, Kent had 4 of the top 7 scorers in the conference. You wouldn't see them with too many players in the week because they have just such an incredible balanced scoring attack, averaging 3.5 goals a game.
So now it'll be Ball State's possession now. Tracy Beck will put it in play. She'll send it back. Jamie McCord inside the Kent circle. And up ahead, here's Heather Weinhold. There's Heather with the goal. She's a center. She had Carrie Schultz right there. Kristen Johnson will send it in. Here's Korten. She'll try to make a run down the left side. And it looks like it went over the end line,
Yes,
so
it
Ball
did.
State will send it in.
Like I said earlier, Kent and Ball State, potent offenses. Kent was 11th in the country, just over 3.5 goals a game. And Ball State was 12th in the country, just under 3.5 goals a game. So we can imagine to see quite an offensive matchup today with 2 goals scored in the first 15 minutes already.
We talked about some keys to today's game. Of course, we've already said Ball State needs some of the other players to get in, and of course we saw that early on. We got a run here with Christy Rushman up the
Just such a
up the side.
quick
Here's
player.
Weinhold. See if she can get a
Weinhold
shot
once
off.
again,
Finds
she finds
Northcroft.
Northcroft in there.
Janelle Lynch kicks it out to the right side here. Ball State would play it in.
You'll see Rushman bring it up the field faster than anybody else, and she's just looking to dish it off. She almost stops and waits for everybody else to catch up to her. She's so fast.
Of course, something that's so important with Ball State is that short passing game, as you see Rushman with a shot, nearly a shot on goal, but that short passing game for Ball State, very important.
And they're
very important for Kent to stop it
yes,
as well.
it is. And Ball State's short passing game is very succinct. A lot of teams in the MAC, you see them just bang the ball up the field and hope somebody is there. Kent is clearly Ball State is clearly one of the best passing teams in the conference, and Kent really has to stop that today.
Johnson sets it in there. I think called dangerous right there. Here's Northcroft. She'll try to make a run. She's fouled. Another foul on Sally, I guess.
A lot of these fouls can usually go either way. You kind of have to wait for the referee to point their hand when you see 2 players run into one another.
Here's Teal with the steal. She's got Weinhold.
There's Schultz to
Carrie Schultz.
Rushman. Schultz comes back up. Rushman's
Rushman
now in
has
the
it.
corner.
Rushman saved out of there and kicked away by the goalie Janelle Lynch. So Lynch all over the place after that first goal that she really couldn't do anything about. Off the post, and Weinhold was right there.
Rushman's really been active today, and I think that Coach Fitzpatrick can appreciate that, seeing her other forwards step up and complement Sally, with Weinhold scoring the game's first goal and Rushman continuously bringing it up the field for Ball State.
There you see Lisette Hars again back inside the circle. She was all by herself there almost.
Here
Jamie
comes
McCord is
McCord.
able to get it away from Kristen Johnson. McCord looking for Schultz, and it's ripped away. Laura Meckley now, one of the other seniors here on Kent's team. The Golden flashes inside the circle. And a shot on goal. Great save, Jen Myers. Inka Korten with a slapper. And it
2
looks like
great plays by Jen
Wow.
Myers on that stanza.
Myers, of course, one of the big reasons Ball State is here today. An unbelievable save she made in that overtime period yesterday. Central Michigan, the breakaway, there wasn't a Ball State defender within 10 feet. And Myers came out 15 feet from the goal and made the save.
And Myers finished the regular season 2nd in the conference in saves, only to Louisville's goalkeeper, Colleen Finn. Finn was a 2nd-team All-MAC selection. So Myers really stepped up big all season for Ball State. They're known as an offensive team, but you have to look at their defense with McCord and Myers really stepping up when the team needs it.
Again, Lisette Hars in the middle of everything and down there. Almost had the steal there. And
And once
So
again,
nobody's really marking her at all. They're concentrating more on Corton and maybe Maggie Downey, but Lisette Hars is another, just shows you how tough Kent is to cover down there. Ball State still with possession. Road sends it in, ripped away by Kent.
And it goes out of bounds. And really, we are yet to mention the name Maggie Downey, Kent's All-American candidate, and she really has to step up and penetrate today. Yesterday, she kind of stood back. It was almost like she was cherry-picking, waiting for Inga Corton and the rest of the Kent offense to make things happen. And if Maggie doesn't want to finish her career today at the Ball State turf field, she's really going to have to step up and show that she is the senior leader of this Kent State team.
Of course, Maggie able to get that goal from the left side of the circle down here yesterday. That
Here
was
we have
a little
Inga
disputed.
Corton coming into Maggie Downey.
There's Downey, she
and
gets
you can
inside.
see Maggie's solid stick work. She's going to give the Kent offense a corner here.
There you go, Kent with their first corner of the day. And on their corners, Downey will send it in.
And they're just as potent and dangerous, if you will, as Ball State. They have 4 or 5 scoring threats lining up outside the circle, waiting for a pass from Maggie Downey.
Now, sometimes teams will opt to take it over here to the left side. They'll bring it out. Here's
and they'll
Corton.
let Corton do the flip,
She'll
and
get
it's over the cage.
Oh, boy. It's the flip over the goal. She's able to get that, you call it a flick there. Flicked it over the goal. Take another look at that one. As it flew over the goal. Still on live action. Kent
And there you see
looking in. Here's the replay of that corner shot. And you see it flies just about a foot over the goal.
Myers kind of turned around there to make sure it did go above the goal.
And here's Northcroft, Weinhold, and Teal comes up.
You can see the difference between Myers and Lynch there. Lynch falling down, trying to protect the cage. Myers more aggressive, rushing out at the Kent offensive line.
The defense from Tracy Beck, as Lisette Hars was almost behind the defense again. Still Kent's possession. Inside on the left side inside the 10. Looking to center. Again, Hars in there with she's got the stick.
Hars draws the corner
all
for
over
Kent.
the ball today. I mean, she is. And they'll get another corner.
And you have Kent's head coach, Carrie DeFries, throwing out the corner plays from her folder over here. And Downey will send it in. You never know who it's going to go to here. Number 11, Helen Jordan.
Saved by Jen Myers, but looked like Downey was able to.
It was definitely a deflection there.
And off
Yes,
the rebound.
it was a Maggie Downey unassisted
So Maggie
goal.
Downey gets into the action here and puts Kent up 2-1, 13:44. Here's the replay. You see you're looking at Jen Myers. She's able to stop it once, but Downey diving is able to get it into the right side of the net.
That goal was really created by Helen Jordan, who nailed the ball in there. If it wouldn't have deflected so hard off of Myers, the Ball State defense would have been able to clear it. But with a strong hit like that, Downey caught it on the rebound and tossed it in, just as we mentioned that she needs to step up.
So the ball's been inside Kent territory for the last 5 to 10 minutes here. So Ball State needs to get some possession time here. And here's Jocelyn Teal doing just that. 2-1 Kent here with just over 13 minutes to go, first half. And Sally Northcroft bottled up by the Kent defense. Goes out of bounds, and Kent will set it in. Lisette Hars. So it'll be Kristen Johnson will set it in.
And now you can hear the Kent fans up and roaring. They brought a real nice crowd today. And to yesterday's semifinal match against Ohio. So we have a great, great crowd here for both teams.
Monica Rowe trying to make a run up the left side. She's fouled. She'll put it back in. And it could not get it to Weinhold as it'll go out of bounds. Kent will set it in. Number 12, Kristen Clayton, another one of those freshmen for Kent.
That was a dangerous hit by Helen Jordan, Kent's sweeper. And Ball State will regain possession down by the 10-yard line.
Here's Northcroft. Of course, Sally yet to score yet. She makes a nice spin move there. Looking for the corner shot. And they'll get just that. So Ball State back on the attack. They'll get the corner shot to try to tie things up. 2-1, 12-13. Clock stopped right now, 2-1. Kent with
Looks
the
to be
lead.
stopped for a injury timeout.
See the player, looks like number 12.
Kristen Clayton will be leaving the game for Kent. And Genevieve Johnston will be entering for Kent on the 50-yard line to defend the corner.
All right, well, this gives us time right now to watch News Center Monday through Thursday at 5:30 and 9:30 p.m. It's the place to turn for Ball State and Muncie area news. Again, News Center at 5:30 and 9:30 Monday through Thursday on WCRH Channel 57 and Burris Channel 43. So here we are, the corner shot for Ball State.
Teal to Schultz.
So Schultz,
and
here's
Northcroft takes it, dribbles
She'll
it
make a move. She's trying to get a shot off. She passed it in. It looks like Teal got the goal. Jocelyn Teal ties this one up. See a replay of that one coming up. It's Northcroft with the pass to Jocelyn Teal, and she puts it in the net. Look at Teal right there by the goal. Behind the goal, the goalkeeper, Jenna Lynch, was in no man's land right there.
That is a set play for Ball State. Everybody's waiting for Sally to just knock it in from the back. She dribbles it in, and Teal's just going to take a step in from out of bounds and wait for the textbook pass from Northcroft.
It's almost like if you can get a corner shot right now, you can get a goal.
That's right.
Yesterday, Ball State struggled, but both teams doing pretty well in the corner shots.
And so far, Ball State has 2 goals, Weinhold and Teal, and that's exactly what Coach Fitzpatrick wanted. She wanted other people to step up. She likes to see Sally distributing just as much as she likes to see her scoring, and that's exactly what she's done.
Of course, Jocelyn with those 26 assists on the year, only 2 goals, so that's just her 3rd goal of the season.
And actually,
it couldn't come in a more important time.
When you say that that's only her 3rd goal of the season, that's only Sally's 3rd assist of the season. So they complemented each other on that play.
So the seniors, freshman scores first, but one of the seniors steps up again, Jocelyn Teal, to tie things up here. About 11 minutes left. Ball in Kent's territory, and Ball State will to get it right out of there.
Both of these teams showing very efficient offenses when they do have the chance to put the ball in. No wasted opportunities for Kent or Ball State.
So Laura Meckley will set it in. Here's Corton. She'll flick it down the field.
And that's a dangerous pass by Corton.
Looks like Lisette Hars may have taken a stick or maybe a deflection of the ball to the head.
Looks like a stick to the forehead, and that's got to hurt.
Here's Jamie McCord. And her pass to Monica Rode will fly out of bounds, and Maggie Downey will send it in, looking for Hars. And the foul on Kent, so Ball State will send it back in. Of course, we'll have the All-MAC team selections announced at the end of the game, the player of the year, freshman of the year.
Right, the All-MAC first and second team were announced Thursday at the bank, but here we go, Corton at the top of the circle.
Foul called on Kent there, so it's like Inga took a big swing at that one right there, and I think she got it right into Tracy Beck's foot right there.
And
so
Kent
here's Corton again. Corton with a run up the right side. Tracy Beck all
She'll look for Downey right
She'll
there.
Center. And Downey shot is blocked away. Jen Myers again. The goalkeeping so important. And Jen Myers doing a heck of a job, as is Janelle Lynch down at the other end. 2-2, 9:30, and clock still running.
You wouldn't know with the score that the goalkeepers are doing a great job, but when you're facing girls that hit the ball this hard, you just don't want to be in front of it.
Oh, and the shot from Lisette Hars there, and Kent will get another corner shot here. So Kent with an opportunity with the clock running at about 9 minutes here to try to take a 3-2 lead. So these teams are looking like they're able to put it in the goal whenever they want to right now. So every corner shot, chance to score here. And
Downey will send it out.
It'll be Jordan again. She looks to center.
They were looking to do a similar Ball State play there, letting Downey step out.
Ball State able to clear there.
I think Ball State saw that coming when they saw Downey only take 1 step out into the circle. They had a feeling it would come back to her from Jordan, and it did, and they were able to stop it.
Ball State turning it over here. Lisette Hars in, no foul called. Ball State looking to clear, and they're able to clear, and Northcroft has it. And Sally will find Jocelyn Teal. Teal will set it ahead, looking for Weinhold. Possession.
And it'll go back to Kent.
Back to Kent. Foul and Weinhold there.
It's nice to see these Ball State forwards coming up to the 30, 25-yard line, getting to take the ball back downfield. You really, as a coach, you want to see your players be that aggressive on offense and defense.
Here's Courtney with a run up the left side. She tries to center. Jamie McCord is able to knock
ball,
it out of bounds. So
the ball going off McCord's foot creates the corner there.
So Downey to set it in. We'll see if Jordan's been taking the shot, looking like she will take the shots out here on the corner.
Or at least that's what DeFries wants us to think will happen.
Megan Class
and
Courtney right there.
That was an illegal corner by Kent. They moved too soon, but Kent regains possession here. That would have been a nice breakaway opportunity for Ball State.
Megan Class ran in a little too soon there. Got to wait for the pass.
And you know the Ball State fans knew it. That's where you heard it first.
Yes. Yeah, these fans out here, they know the field hockey.
And they know these two teams very well. This has become a real nice rivalry.
Yeah, the meeting for the 9th time in the history of the MAC Conference, in the final for the 9th time.
And these are the only two teams to win a MAC regular season championship in the 90s, so it's only fitting that they would share the last championship of the decade.
Ball State comes into today's play with 4 consecutive victories, Kent with 9. The interesting thing is the last loss for both teams was to the other team. Of course, with Ball State losing in Kent a couple weeks ago, that weekend where Ball State's consecutive regular season streak was snapped.
Actually, Kent started the conference season 0-2, at least losing 3-0 in Athens, Ohio, and then losing to Ball State. And since then, they've come back, won 8 conference games in a row.
Of course, last year, the big year, you just saw the graphic pop up there, 1998's championship. 5-0 Kent dominated Ball State. It was a big surprise.
That match,
10-0 team is just dominated at Kent that year. Here's Sally Northcroft. Schultz is.
I think that Karen Fitzpatrick would almost want Sally to just take that up by herself when she's at that point in the field.
Kent
Sally's kind of looking to
Here's
do too much.
Rushman up the left side.
So quick, like we said earlier.
Not able to center, Kent able to clear it out.
That's almost become Rushman's role for the Ball State field hockey team, to just bring the ball up. She's so quick.
There's
Jocelyn
Teal, another shot on goal there. So Jocelyn Teal getting into the offense here.
I think Jocelyn Teal.
That shot there from Jocelyn, just unable. It's just hits a wide right here.
I think Jocelyn Teal has just doubled her shot production for the season here in this game.
So Kent will gain possession. Teal and Laura Meckley battling here. Meckley will send it up. Lisette Harris cannot stop it, so it'll go out on the end line. Here's Teal's shot from a moment ago. You see she makes some solid contact, but the ball just wide, a little wide right there, but Teal has some good wood on it, I guess you could say. Here's Carrie Schultz, head of steam up the field, looking for Northcroft.
And there's that short passing game of Ball State.
Sally not able to catch up with it. Heather Weinhold with a nice run there. Of course, Ball State having to play 14 extra minutes of field hockey yesterday. Maybe right now the legs, tired legs starting to check in here, but can't have any of that today. This could be it for either team. So
we know Kent played a very emotional, draining game yesterday also against Ohio, with Kent's winning goal coming only a minute and a half left in regulation, 4-3 there. So I think both teams are trying to bounce back from emotional wins.
And then, of course, all year long, both teams probably wanted to see each other in the final of the MAC championship. Of course, Ball State definitely with the loss last year. It's been something they haven't really talked about. Here's Teal, though.
Teal has really been aggressive in the circle for Ball State today, trying to make things happen.
Carrie Schultz has not been able to see the ball much at all.
And there's a corner.
A bit of corner for Ball State. So we got a corner shot for Ball State coming up here. About 3.5 minutes left in the first half. Of course, the clock runs. The clock is not stopped at much at all. So they'll get this corner shot off with probably about 3:20 left here in the first half.
Ball State's 4th corner of the game, scoring on the first one.
To Schultz. Northcroft sets it in, and it's able to be cleared by Kent. It's still in the circle.
Here's Rushman.
There's a shot. Could not be deflected in.
And it
Heather
hit the
Weinhold
foot.
right on the doorstep there. Just could not get a stick on it. She's called for kicking, right? Kicking the ball right there.
Once again, you can see Kent's defensive philosophy against Ball State, with Lynch just kind of taking a dive to the ground, leaving very little space for a shot.
Court finds Schultz. She makes a nice move, and she's up in the center of the field looking to pass. Sally could not get a stick on it. Jocelyn Teal now. Kent clears. Ball State will send it in from the 25. There's that shot inside. You see Weinhold was on the doorstep. She just couldn't get a stick on it.
Rushman again,
Rushman's
so quick.
Inside the 5-yard line, right on the doorstep again.
She just does not stop moving. She is never in the same spot. Her feet are always going.
I believe Rushman with one of the goals yesterday with the first goal, I think, or she had the tying goal yesterday in the Central Michigan win. So here's Teal with the steal. Rushman again inside the circle. Kent defenders diving all over the field. Terry Wasaleski right there with the dive and the clear. Ball State sends it in. Here's Northcroft. And we'll get a corner for Ball State.
And you can bet that the goalkeeper from Kent is happy that's going to be a corner. She saw Sally getting ready to just go at her.
She might not be too happy with Sally brings one about 80 miles an hour at her.
About 2 feet away there. You can tell Janelle Lynch was waiting for the whistle.
So a minute 45 and the clock still running. So Ball State with this corner in with a minute and a half left here in the first half. And one of the last chances to score. Schultz stops.
To Northcroft, who's going to pass it out.
And Monica Road and Jocelyn Teal again. Able to
look at Jocelyn Teal stepping up in this game.
And Teal puts it in the cage. Take another look at that one. Look at Teal, she is excited. 2 goals in the season, she's got 2 in the final. Here's what Janelle Lynch saw. She could not stop it. Teal right there.
And
look
she
at
is
that.
Excited.
Jocelyn gives Ball State a 3-2 lead here. Minute 24 and running first half, so a lot of offense so far here in the first half.
Like Jeff said earlier, Jocelyn Teal, 2 goals in the regular season, 2 goals here in the first half for Ball State. Karen Fitzpatrick has got to be pleased with all her seniors' work today.
Yeah, she wanted some of the other seniors besides Sally to, make a contribution on
offense. As the head coach, if you're up 3-2 before half and Sally has yet to put the ball in the cage, you've got to be pleased with the way your offense is working.
Northcroft, she's kind of hobbling out there a little bit. I know she rolled her ankle a little bit yesterday. Said she's all right. Of course, she's had that nagging shoulder injury for most of the season. But Sally, a gamer, she'll be out there just like everybody. Nobody wants to come off the field when it means your season. But Sally. Court now makes a run in. She'll try to backhand and can't get it on the cage. It was
Carrie DeFries
really had a shot there, but
has described Inga Corton as the next Jacqueline Van Eyck, and Jacqueline was the Player of the Year in 1997 for the MAC and for Kent State. And Jacqueline left after a freshman season, and Carrie DeFries believes that Inga Corton's the next Jacqueline Van Eyck for Kent.
So that looks like it's under 5 seconds right now. We're going to send it to halftime. So at the half, Ball State with the 3-2 lead, a seesaw battle. Ball State gets on the board first. Kent ties it up, takes the 2-1 lead. Ball State back now. The corner shot's always important. Jocelyn Teal, 2 goals right now. And so we will send it to break right now. Ball State with the 3-2 lead. We'll be back to talk about the first half and take a look at what's important in the second half for both Ball State and Kent. Again, Ball State leads 3-2 here on WCRH Sports.
Mid-American Conference Field Hockey Tournament. For daily scores and game-by-game recaps, go to Ball State's official analytics website at www.blc.com.
This is a college alert. Should you be alert, do we have a college for you? At which university will you find the most comprehensive honors college?
Ball State. Powerful resources of a major university, personal attention of a small college. Everything I need.
And where can you study pre-med, pre-vet, pre-dent, pre-optometry, and pre-pharmacy?
Ball State. I know what I want to be, and I'm on course to do it.
Oh, Ball State University, everything you need.
Explore the world of trains. Become a doctor, a teacher, a truck driver, deliver the mail, and prepare a meal. Come face to face with a baby apatosaurus and dig for fossils. Ride a tractor and visit animals living in the barn. explore a cave, climb into a bird's nest, crawl through the human anthill, and learn how to create your own cartoons with the world's fattest orange cat, Garfield. So come to your senses. Get to the Muncie Children's Museum, where kids can be kids.
You are 100% unadulterated energy. You have no choice but movement. You aren't acted on. You are action. You have the power to make the world a better place. You already know how to do it. Volunteer now for the American Red Cross. Call your local chapter for details.
Okay, so you're cruising for colleges? Well, you just made the right turn. At which university will you find a nationally acclaimed faculty that actually teaches?
Ball State. The professor that wrote the textbook actually taught the class and even knew my name. That's cool.
And at which university will you find the kind of personal attention only found at small colleges?
Ball State. It's everything I need.
Oh, Ball State University, everything you need.
When something happens, News Center is there.
We're out here protesting on all hate crimes at Ball State University.
We've already hurt the downtown, but that happened a long time ago when the Muncie Mall came in and other retail sectors came through.
It's everybody's dream come true. A winning lottery ticket. Unlikely, yes, but it can happen, and it did happen right here in Muncie.
News Center at 5:30 and 9:30, Muncie's only television newscast.
Are you curious about marijuana? Well, before you decide to try it, let me tell you some of the risks involved. Marijuana can have legal consequences. Ball State University has a zero tolerance of marijuana use and possession. You could be out of school, out big dollars, and possibly even arrested. 76% of Ball State students don't want drugs at parties.
They want to get me, I'm going to be ready to get them.
They just shoot. They don't care who gets in the way.
I want to be respected. Just gets me respect, know what I'm saying?
I'm afraid to walk to school, okay?
Yeah, I might die. Everybody dies.
Kids shooting, kids getting shot. They're all victims of gun violence. The killing won't stop unless you help stop it. Call 1-800-WE-PREVENT for free information. Not one more lost life. Not one more grieving family. Not one more.
I don't want to die.
This is a college alert. Should you be alert, do we have a college for you? At which university will you find the most comprehensive honors college?
Ball State. They told me they had the powerful resources of a major university and the personal attention of a small college. And they're right.
And where will you find America's 4th-ranked entrepreneurship program?
Ball State. I'm going to be my own boss. And I may be yours, too.
Oh, Ball State University, everything you need.
It's a thin line between newborn and stillborn, full term and premature, between healthy and sick. If you're pregnant or think you are, getting prenatal care early is the most important step you can take. Don't put your baby's health on the line. Take care of yourself so you can take care of your baby. Find out now about getting prenatal care. Call 1-800-311-2229.
All right, we're back here at Ball State University Turf Field. 3-2 your score at the half. Ball State leads the Kent Golden Flashes here in the MAC final. Let's take a look at some stats from the first half. Of course, Jocelyn Teal, 2 goals for Ball State, the big surprise there.
And really, the shots on goal are very even. Ball State 10, Kent 9. It's just who's going to get more corners in this game is what it looks like for both teams. My keys of the game before the game even started have seemed to hold true. Maggie Downey had to step up, and she did in this game. Kent had to contain the Ball State short passing game, and that has been done with Ball State scoring all their goals inside the circle, not really getting a breakaway down the field. And the Kent defense has really put a halt to Sally Northcroft here.
Yeah,
with
she hasn't scored yet.
1 goal from Weinhold and 2 goals from Teal. And the keys for Ball State today were the senior leadership, and you've seen that with Jocelyn Teal. And the supporting cast for Sally Northcroft had to step up. And you've also seen that. And they've had to capitalize on their corners with my 3rd point for Ball State. And they've done pretty well there also.
You said earlier senior leadership would be very key. Jocelyn Teal, 2 goals. The seniors coming right in there again.
Mm-hmm.
And your last key to the game, Ball State needed to capitalize on the corners. Obviously, they've done that. Both teams have capitalized on the corners. So action underway now, clock running. About 20 seconds in here to the second half. Ball State, of course, now going the other way. Christy Rushman here on the right side. Teal will send it in. Here's Weinhold, and nobody back behind the defense.
You have to wonder if Kent changed their defensive scheme. You know, they came into the game trying to contain Sally Northcroft, and they've done just that, but now they have to look to contain Jocelyn Teal.
Sally, I mean, she looks like she's hobbling a little bit. She just hasn't been as speedy as normally Northcroft. Here she is, though. She's looking pretty good here on the run inside. Exactly, creating the corner for Ball State early on here. Just a minute here in the second half. So an opportunity to take more than a 1-goal lead. It has been tight so far here. Second half starting off.
Creating the corner for both these teams is almost as important as scoring on the corner, especially in this game. That should be a stat that's added, created corner. Northcroft will just take the shot.
Northcroft with the shot, the save. You know, Sally wanted that. You could tell by her expression after she really wanted that one in there and just could not get it in. So, but Northcroft will send it in here. Here's Rushman up the left side.
As always, Rushman just rushing up the left side.
Looking to center. She's able to get it into Northcroft, and another corner shot for Ball State. So it'll be Teal to Schultz to Northcroft, and we'll see what happens.
Yes, we will. We can almost assume that it'll be that kind of offensive play. What Northcroft does with the ball after the stop by Schultz is anybody's guess.
So here's Teal. She'll wait. She'll get in position, and she will send it in. Schultz with the stop. Northcroft will, just wide from Jen Budney right there with the shot attempt.
You have to wonder.
Sophomore right there.
You have to wonder what Kent's goalkeeper, Janelle Lynch, was doing on that play. If she's going to go down, you'd think she'd lay her whole body down. She kind of just fell to her knees, which gives Ball State 90% of that cage to shoot at.
Okay, Ball State. Let's go down to Andrea Burnatz with a report. Andrea, what do you got for us?
Thanks, Jeff. I just finished speaking with Colleen Conway. Halftime report, they discussed that they thought that their pace was going wonderful. The goal in this second half and their key is they are trying to keep the ball to themselves, and they are trying to frustrate Kent because they know once Kent gets frustrated, they will get down on themselves, and then Ball State will have control for the rest of the game. Another thing they did discuss was that they need to keep the passing going and they need to keep the teamwork up. So as long as they can keep those key factors in mind, the game should be looking good for the rest of the game. Now back up to the booth with Jeff and Michelle.
All right, thanks, Andrea. Kent, if they get a goal on the board, there's no frustration. They don't look too frustrated right now. Ball State able to get those corners, but Kent able to weather the storm right there. And here's Weinhold now.
You'd like to see these Ball State forwards come up. I'm sure Carrie DeFries would like to see Maggie Downey be that aggressive the whole game also.
So here's Rode, and she passes up, and it will go out just inside the pylon there. So Kent will put it in from the 5 down there. And here's Jordan. She'll flick it up the field, and it's going to go all the way down the field. Nice, all 90 yards. She gets it all.
Nice use of the Ball State turf field here by both teams.
That ball, I think it was out of bounds. It was Yeah, oh boy, I guess they did not call it out of bounds.
Fitz is not
The
happy
shot
about
there,
that call.
Lisette Haar is able to get a shot off there.
She's got to be happy that Myers still stayed in that play and didn't just turn around with that stop on.
All right, again, we want to thank
Lisette Haar's
Mancino's
shot.
today at 4116 West Bethel Avenue. There you see the phone number, the food they fed our crew today. It's good stuff. Mancino's in Muncie on Bethel Avenue, so give them a call whenever it's possible, whenever you need some good pizza. So back to action here, and Ball State looking to make a run. Carrie Schultz gets it to Kent.
And you better believe Rushman's coming up at the center. She'll pass it on to Sally, and here's Ball State's short passing in game, and this is not going to.
No foul called yet. Ball State looking for the corner.
And
good
that's what
defense
they
from
get.
Kent right there. They will get the corner though. Sally looked like she was going to have a one-on-one with the goalie there, and that is the goalie's worst nightmare.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Especially when Sally's 4 feet away.
It's kind of about the same spot there where Sally came in and where she scored the winning goal yesterday against Central Michigan with about 43 seconds left or something like that in the overtime. Sally put it in, raised her arms to the air. Here's
Here
the
we go
center.
to Schultz, to Northcroft passing it.
Northcroft will backhand, and Kent will unable to clear. Teal now. And the ball really close to the goal, and another corner for Ball State. So Ball State, their 4th corner of the half so far. The ball has been inside Ball State territory. We're under 30 minutes left here.
Number 7 for Ball State there, Monica Rode, was really able to keep that play alive and create another corner for the Ball State offense.
Teal will send it in again. Schultz gets the stop.
That ball does not stop. Northcroft stops it, now she'll backhand it.
Oh, Northcroft's shot, I think.
Hits Teal in the back of the head, it looked like.
These players pretty tough here. I think that might have got her on the shoulder or something, but it hits the side of the cage, and Kent now 29-16 left here, second half. Ball State leads at 3-2 here. Of course, the winner will go to the MAC, or go to the NCAA tournament.
That's right, automatic qualifier.
Oh, and Weinhold almost in again, another corner for Ball State.
That's what Coach Fitzpatrick is looking for on a play like that, for Sally to just bang it in there and look for one of her players to be able to deflect it into the cage. That didn't happen there, but Ball State once again gets another corner. It'll be interesting to see how Kent defends this at the match in Kent. Janelle Lynch fell down twice. Northcroft picked up on it and flicked it in the 3rd time to tie that match at 1-1. Here we go with Northcroft on the shot.
Northcroft will pass again right into Lynch. She's on the ground. Able to kick it out
And
again. Another corner
corner
for Ball State, though. So the 6th corner so far. So Ball State dominating inside their own circle right now. But you know, you got to put it in the net, though. You got to
Like
put it in the cage.
Earlier, that match in Kent was just fantastic. A great crowd for the fans there at Dick Stadium in Kent, Ohio.
Here's Teal, Schultz.
Northcroft will just bang it in.
Get the shot. Tracy Beck still in the circle. Her shot just to the right, off the right side of the cage. So Ball State's 0 for 6 on the corners here in the second half. Really able right now. They could have a pretty big lead right now if they could get these corners to go in.
Their shots have been hard enough. They've just been a little too wide.
Jamie McCord controlling inside Kent territory. McCord looks to pass, and Ball State will now send it in. Here's Teal. And she's looking for a teammate. There you see Sally. You see Sally, she's kind of hopping around. She hasn't really looked too fluid out there as far as her running out there.
They're lucky they don't need her today. Well, they do need her, but they don't need her to win the game right now.
Of course, Sally setting the all-time NCAA single-season scoring record last week, 49 goals in a season. And Kent now,
here's
Tracy
Downey.
Beck will
just Downey showing some great aggression there. The only Kent player in the circle, and she was able to create the corner on her own.
So you can say all you want, Ball State's had the 6 corners, they've dominated, but Kent now 26-50 and clock's still running. They'll have their first corner and their first opportunity to tie this game up here.
Downey was
half.
down there waiting for something to happen. And it's to Corton.
Jordan, oh, what a save by Jen Myers. Just came right at her.
You see
Kent
Jordan.
able to.
Jordan's so tough for Kent. She'll come up there and take those shots and rush back on defense. She's quite an all-around athlete for Coach Carey to freeze this year, and she has described her as such.
Jordan with just an absolute rocket off the stick there. Nothing doing is right at Jen Myers. She was in the right place, right time.
And some of these Kent freshmen have just been phenomenal for Carrie DeFries, but they have to be. DeFries continues to lose some her top players, whether they're seniors or not.
So Kent will, or Ball State now, they'll put it in play from the 30 McCord.
Last year, Carrie DeFries lost Elsbeth Vestaire, second leading scorer in the conference. She went back home, and then she also lost her freshman of the year, Leontine Plug. The year before, her freshman and player of the year, Jacqueline Van Eyck, took off. So Carrie's got to hope that Helen and Inga are able to stick around for next year.
There's Downey, nothing, not able to do much
Downey,
there.
so aggressive for Kent, so aggressive.
Foul called there on Downey, I guess. The Kent sidelines exploding over here.
Very animated sidelines for both teams this game.
Rushman and Kristen Johnson vying for the ball there. It'll be Kent to put it in here. We'll flick it up the field. Lisette Harves behind the defense. She can't stop it though. Looks like it's going to go out of bounds. So Lisette Harves, we saw that early on, Lisette with the first goal for Kent. Lisette's been able to use her quickness and get behind that Ball State defense. And
10 minutes into the second half, and you're just anticipating when the next goal will come. Both these teams very aggressive on offense.
so let's go down to Andrea Bernatz. Andrea's got a report for us. What do you got, Andrea?
Thanks, you guys. I just spoke with one of the players for Kent, and we were discussing their halftime discussion. They said that they feel that defense needs to stick together some more. They need to keep the Ball State corners from not happening, and they themselves need to get down there, and they need to make the corners start happening for their team, and they need to control the ball more. So that's what Kent's got going for them, so we'll see what they can do. Now back up to the booth with you guys.
She's so quick.
Oh, yeah.
Creates the corner.
Creates the corner. Of course, we heard Andrea just say Kent wanted to eliminate the corner opportunities. They did for a while, but Ball State right back down here gets another one. 24, just under 24 minutes here, second half. 3-2 the score. Ball State with another opportunity.
Kent has no answer for Christy Rushman on the outside there. She continues to just run her way up the field, hoping her teammates will catch up to her so she can dish off the ball.
So Teal will send it in here. Carrie Schultz able to stop. Northcroft's shot. What a save.
What a defensive save by Kent.
Number 2, Megan Class, but will that be a penalty stroke now? I think she brought that stick well above her head, so it'll be a penalty stroke here, and of course Northcroft will take it.
Megan Class, a second team All-MAC player with a great save there, but just
let's take another look here
much.
as Northcroft will have, let's watch the goal here. Northcroft with the penalty stroke here. When the whistle blows, Sally will try to flick it in. Here's your replay, as you see. Let's get back to the action here. The stroke almost ready to happen here. Here's Northcroft, the flick, and she scores. Looked
no
like
question
Janelle
on that
Lynch.
goal.
Janelle Lynch, I think, thought she was going to go top shelf on the left side, and Sally just kept it on the ground to the right side. So Sally with her first goal of the day, and Ball State with the 4-2 lead over Kent.
It's timeout here.
All right, here's the replay of Northcroft's goal, I believe. There you see Sally. Now we'll back things up here and see the replay coming up here. Sally with the penalty stroke for Ball State to take the 4-2 lead.
And the past 2 games for Kent, they've been the benefactor of a penalty stroke over Ohio to win the regular season championship. And in yesterday's game, tied that game up 3-3 with the penalty stroke. So they're not used to being on the defensive end of those strokes.
Coach Carrie DeFries calling a timeout for Kent right here. And let's talk about this. Kent now down 4-2. They're no means out of this one.
Absolutely not.
They can get some corners. They've only had one so far in the first half, or the second half. They need to get in there, get their corners, try to beat that Ball State defense.
No, they are not down. As we said yesterday, there were, 3 goals scored in the last 6 minutes of that Ohio-Kent game, 2 by Kent.
Here's the corner shot that set up the penalty stroke. You see Northcroft's shot high, and Kent's defender number 2, Megan Class, that brought that stick well above her head. You have to keep it below the shoulders.
Class so athletic. She was named second team All-MAC, like I said before. She's a senior defender for Kent. She was just being instinctive there, I think, on that play. You'd rather do that than watch the ball go in.
Exactly. It gives her the opportunity. Maybe, you got Sally Northcroft on the penalty stroke, but Well, what a play, what hand-eye coordination.
Yeah,
to be able
I
to
know.
get a stick on the ball as it's about 6-7 feet off the ground. She even had to jump for that one. So you'll take the penalty stroke to see if you can not allow the goal. So the timeout here. Let's talk about News Center. Of course, News Center brings you all the day's top stories, plus Ball State and Muncie area news. Watch News Center at 5:30 and 9:30 Monday through Thursday on WCRH Channel 57 on campus and Burris Channel 43. Also News Center Sports on the News Center at 5:30 and 9:30. Place to turn for Ball State sports, scores, highlights, and analysis of the Cardinals, plus all of the day's sports news. So watch News Center Monday through Thursday again. WCRH Channel 57 on campus and Burris 43. So we'll get back in here. Kent will put it in play, and they need a goal, and they need a goal quick. Maggie Downey not able to get behind the Ball State defense. Jen Myers will let it float.
This Kent
out of
defense
bounds.
definitely cannot let this Ball State offense get back into their own circle the way that they've been shooting the ball.
Exactly. Downey now trying to make a move. Now Ball State, they still have to be aggressive here. They might sit back a little bit and try not to let Kent score at all, but you don't want to give those corner opportunities, so you got to stay aggressive on offense. Kent will put it in here, number 18, Abby McKay. Another one of the seniors here on Kent. Here's Carrie Schultz trying to control. Look at Rushman. She's
Anywhere
everywhere.
that ball is, you're going to see Christy Rushman.
Rushman's been coming up the left side, the right side. She's coming up the middle. Christy Rushman having a heck of a game today. Here's Sally Weinhold, and here's Rushman again.
You see Rushman with the ball. You see her teammates running in front of her.
Here's Inga Corton making a run, and Inga is through. She is
got
in the
a wide
circle.
open shot.
She'll pass off. What a save by Jen Myers. The set hard shot.
The Corton assist to Hars there.
Booted out of there by Jen Myers. What a save. Now Ball State looking to attack. They got the middle of the field. Here's Schultz. Another Weinhold ahead.
She's
wide open.
Lynch
Able
comes
to-
up and makes a stop.
Lynch comes all the way out, almost to the top of the circle to boot that one away.
Two nice offensive stances there for both teams. And it's another corner for Ball State. You got to wonder what's going to happen here. Could the game kind of be put away if Ball State scores here, Jeff?
One more goal, 21-45 and running right now. So Ball State with a chance to take a 3-goal lead. So many weapons on both teams on offense. These goalies have had to make a lot of plays.
They have. Yes, they have. Not only the goalies, but their backs have really had to step up.
So Teal will send it in. Schultz will stop.
Northcroft
Sally
back to
Northcroft
Schultz.
could not get the shot. Weinhold through, and Teal fanned on the opportunity at the doorstep. So this close to
the way things have been
getting
going
a 5-2
today,
lead.
you wonder if Coach Fitzpatrick is almost going to want Sally Northcroft to hit the ball into Teal on the corner.
Look at this right ahead. Maggie Downey up.
And
What a
this
play by Jamie McCord. Don't think it'll be a corner. They'll have to set it
right outside the circle that foul occurred.
So Downey looking to pass here. Lisette Hars was
was
behind, or was with Downey there, and she was uncovered, but Maggie couldn't get the pass off. Jamie McCord very quick. And
Maggie Downey was ready for that breakaway after the corner, and that's what Kent's forwards have to do on the Ball State corners. They have to be ready for a long ball down the field, and that's what Maggie Downey did.
Kent will get the corner right here. Downey to set it in. We'll see if looks like Jordan again will get the shot.
Corton with the stop. Yes,
Jordan
she
missed
moves
on the
around.
shot.
Corton takes the shot herself and hits a ball.
Oh. It'll be another corner attempt for Kent here.
Tracy Beckett hit her foot there in the circle, so yes, we will have another corner.
So just about ready to hit 20 minutes here to go in the second half. Ball State leads at 4-2. The corner opportunity. Jordan takes the shot off the post. Oh boy, hits the post. Oh boy,
Kent State
that's
loses
unbelievable
possession.
right there.
And that ball hit hard. We could hear it up
I mean,
here.
you just have to look and see how big that cage is. And we've seen Northcroft hit the top post on that first goal from Ball State. Weinhold able to put in, Kent unable to put the rebound in, but what a rocket from
I
Jordan
thought for
right
sure
there.
that was the Kent goal. Here we go with Rushman up the sideline.
Yeah,
and the only way they're going to stop Rushman up the sideline is what Helen Jordan just did, just kind of running into her, knocking the ball out. What a nice one hit by
Northcroft
Sally
to Teal.
Northcroft.
Teal's gonna be able to run it down.
Yes, she is.
Oh, she moves it over the end line. But Northcroft with a flick all the way across the field there, so a replay of that corner shot. You see it off the post, definitely off the post. It almost looked from our vantage point.
Here we go with Corton down the line.
Run
this
here.
Could be a one-on-one situation for Ken.
Corton, what a save by Jen Myers. She pokes it out. Here's Lisette Harrs in. But a corner for Kent.
And right there is what Coach Carrie DeFries has got to be happy about. She sees her 3 top scorers running down the field. Harrs, Corton, and Downey all chasing after the ball. None of them giving up, even after the great stop by Myers.
Karen Fitzpatrick not too happy about the corner call there. She can't be too happy about letting her, letting the Kent's offensive weapons get behind the defense like that on 2 straight breakaways. And they'll get the corner here. Downey, looks like
to Corton once again.
Jordan,
Back to Jordan.
Corton. Can't get. They get the shot off, and it's in. Corton.
Yes, they do. And it was only a
little
matter
delay
of time.
there.
It was only a matter of time before Corton was able to really step up and score in this game.
She's able to buy her time and just whack one right there.
That
into
wasn't
the net. Jen Myers couldn't. It's really tough back there. You can't really see what's even going on. There's so many players, and she's able to just fire one in.
And here Corton takes off again.
She's got Harrs on the left side, and she'll send it through, and Myers will let it float over the end line. So Kent right back in this one, 4-3 now, 18-10 left here in second half. So
yesterday against Ohio, Inga Corton, the freshman, really stepped up.
There's a replay of the goal there. You see Corton's shot. Jen Myers just had no clue where that one was going. She thought maybe Corton would go to the right side, and she hit it right across. So here's Ball State up, looking for Weinhold, and she'll make a run up the right side.
You see Rushman coming up again, penetrating into the circle.
Floats over the end line, and Ball State will put it in now from about the 5-yard line. McCord, and she will backhand pass into the circle. And just out of the circle now, McCord looking for Rushman. No, she can't get a stick on it. Weinhold in. Oh, she fanned on the backhand attempt. Really would have had to scoot it through the legs of Janelle Lynch there for the goal, but she couldn't get a stick on it. And Ball State's possession, they'll put it in at about the 20.
Ball State's bringing it back up.
Budney gets it ripped away, and we got a corner here, I think. A corner just inside the circle. Budney was fouled at the circle, so Ball State another corner. Chance to get the 2-goal lead back for Ball State. Clock running 16:52-51, so Ball State can get another 2-goal lead.
You got to wonder when Northcroft is just going to take a head-on shot on these corners. Too much dribbling, too much passing around on the Ball State corners this half.
Big moment in the game. Northcroft can't get a shot. She didn't get a good stick on it. As Schultz, they set up a play where it's kind of like a give and go there.
Once Schultz stops that ball, Northcroft should just hit it. What they did there and pass it back to Schultz. Northcroft just took one step up. It's not going to make that much of a difference when you hit the ball as hard as Sally Northcroft does.
Northcroft was covered well, so she passed to Schultz, but was unable to get an effective shot there. Sally's going to be thinking about that. She was right there. Rushman now coming back here with Abby McKay, and Ball State will get it. Monica Rode, the freshman, to put it in play. Here's Budney again. She'll go across field to McCord. She can't handle it. She regains. Now Jocelyn Teal on the right side, so Ball State trying to get in that circle, get another corner attempt.
Ball State's just looking to have possession for the rest of this game. They know if they don't give it up to Kent, obviously the Kent won't be able to score. Kent's been rather efficient here in the last few minutes, at least getting nice shots on goal.
Here's Northcroft on the right side. She will make a move and get it taken away in a corner for Ball State. So Ball State with another corner opportunity here in the second half.
That's really been a signature play for Ball State, with Sally bringing it in on the outside of the circle, creating those corners.
There you see Coach Carrie DeFries, her 3rd year. Look at that record, 47-18. And just, bringing in the recruiting classes. Of course, when she came in, we'll look at the corner here. Northcroft.
Once again, more dribbling.
What a move from Sally. She gets it taken away. And Sally will look it in, and nothing doing, so Ken is able to clear right there.
Once again, too much dribbling by Sally Northcroft. That gives the Kent defenders enough time to get up on her. Kent knows who that ball is going to, and they know that they have to get up on her. And that time, 3 girls were able to make it to Sally by the time she made her second dribble.
There's Corton, not inside the circle yet. And it'll be just set in from outside the circle, so no corner there. Here's Downey. She centers, and Schultz is able to get a hold of it, and it'll be
foul
on Kent. So no corner attempt now. Ball State will just send it in. McCord. Here's Northcroft. Heather Weinhold almost running free across the 50. Sally set it in bounds, and here's Weinhold.
And she finds Weinhold.
She cannot control. Dangerous spot there for Kent. They turn it over right there. Weinhold will be one-on-one. No foul called, out of bounds. It'll be Kent to set it in. So Laura Meckley will up the sidelines. Here's Lisette Harge.
You see Lisette Harge down there waiting for that pass from Meckley.
Looking to center or shoot, and nice play from Tracy Beck to
Kent was looking
clear
for a corner
out.
there.
She'll backhand it out of bounds. So Kent will have to, they'll bring it in quickly. Here's Corton.
Corton has some great passing and dribbling
stick
skills.
handling.
Once she's in that
Corton's
circle.
shot is high into the left side, so Ball State to send it in now. Corton just able to get all kinds of shots off here. On the other end, Northcroft can't get anything off.
It's true. And they both have a real similar style of playing, too. Very hard-nosed kids who just want to knock it in.
And
I think Sally's problem today is she's trying to create too much. She's looking for her teammates, and she just knocks it in.
time for her to take a shot.
Yes, it is.
Here's Lisette Harge. She gets a shot, and she puts it in. Lisette Harge ties the game at 4 here, 12:54. Kent down 2 goals just a few minutes ago. They've tied it up here. Lisette Harge again able to run freely and put it in the cage. Of course, she got the first goal for Kent. She's tied it up now. So now a whole new ball game with 12:54 left, tied up at 4.
This has been quite a seesaw battle.
Look at Lisette Harge's shot. Nothing Jen Myers could do about that one. That one was
and we
coming
talk
in
about Kent's freshmen, Inga Corton-Hellinger, and there's another Kent freshman stepping up, Lisette Harge.
4-4 the score here, second half. So Ball State needs to. Kent's got the momentum right now. Ball State gets a corner here, and Ball State definitely needs a corner right now, and need to stop the Kent momentum right here. So Schultz will put it in the circle. Here's Sally. And out of the circle, and we'll get a corner right there for Ball State.
That's the 5th corner in a row Sally Northcroft has had called. So she's doing a real great job of creating the corner. She just needs to knock the ball in here.
Could be time for the all-time career leading scorer in the single season to score again for Ball State. Northcroft,
there you
her
go.
shot is saved, still in the circle, and cleared by Kent. You got Jamie McCord back here with Downey and Lisette Harge. So
kind of waiting for McCord to make a mistake,
exactly.
I think.
And here's Rode up the center. She finds Schultz. Carey puts a shot on goal. Nothing doing, and
I'll tell you, Megan Class getting down there saved a goal for Kent.
Ball State will have to put it in from the side here, from the 5-yard line. So 11:09 left, all tied up here at 4. This is nothing like last year's game. 5-0 Kent won last year, 4-4. It's going to be decided in the last 10 minutes.
And you kind of had a feeling the way
there's Schultz's shot. She couldn't get the shot off.
The way the semifinal matches went yesterday, both games being decided by 1 match, and there's so much parity in this conference.
So Kent gets possession now. Downey has it poked away. The stick flies.
Downey loses her stick.
Carey Schultz, and the foul called on Kent there. Ball State will put it back in play. You're right. Kind of thought yesterday about those 2 games. The nerves were high for both games. Of course, Ball State winning in overtime, that 4-3 thriller in game 2 yesterday. You're hoping you get that same kind of game today, and we've got just that.
And really, you've seen some wins come from the bottom 3 teams this year that were just real nice surprises. Central beating Louisville beating Miami, and then Miami beating Ohio, showing the parity in the Mid-American Conference this year. It's Inga Corton.
Lisette Harge is behind everybody again. Corton will make a nice move there. Corton inside. She gets the shot off. She Nothing doing there, but Corton is able to put it in.
Corton created
off the
that
rebound.
whole shot on their own.
Corton, unbelievable move there. She makes all kinds of moves to put it in. Off her own rebound, Inga Corton, second in the MAC in goals and points, third in the MAC in assists this season. And Ball State's gonna call a timeout. They trail now 5-4. And it was just 15 minutes ago where Ball State was up 4-2.
3 unanswered goals for Kent State, Jeff. And I'll tell you what, Inga Corton has really stepped up for the Kent State team this tournament. A hat trick yesterday against Ohio University, 2 goals today. The freshman, Carrie DeFries, has got to hope this freshman's going to stick around.
Exactly. Corton, so Corton with just an absolute rocket of a shot. She's able to put the rebound in.
I think Ball State thought they had this game here at 4-2, kind of sitting back. Little lackadaisical on the corners.
So gut check time for Ball State. Here you see Corton with the shot. She's able to control the rebound and put it in the right side of the cage there.
She created that whole goal.
An explosion here on the Kent sidelines. So Kent leads at 5-4, 9:58 left. So plenty of time here for plenty of goals. We saw 3 goals scored in the Kent-Ohio game in the last 6 minutes yesterday. So a lot of field hockey to be played right now.
I think the officials are getting a much deserved break here also. A little bit of water. These players are running them up and down the field, especially if you're running along Christy Rushman, who's just sprinting.
Here you see Charlie Cardinal on hand today. Food donated today for our crew by Mancino's. I'd like to thank them. Give them a call, 287-1300. They're at 4116 West Bethel Avenue. That's Mancino's. Special thanks to them, and we're about ready to get back underway again. Let me set the stage. 5-4 Kent. They've scored 3 consecutive goals. Charlie Cardinal trying to pump up the Ball State side, the Kent side pretty loud too. So 5-4, 9:58 to go.
And it's anybody's game.
Anybody's game. So Northcroft will set it back to Schultz. So Ball State needs to get aggressive right now and get down there, get a corner, get Sally Northcroft an opportunity to tie this game up.
Rushman with a nice save. This match has really been indicative of the whole Mid-American Conference season. First team All-MAC announced Thursday night, and there was only 1 defensive player on that team here. With Kent and Ball State 11th and 12th in the country in scoring, you kind of knew we were going to see a few goals here today.
The shot called dangerous right there, so Northcroft will send it in. Here's the freshman Heather Weinhold. Carrie Schultz gets it, and Kent is able to gain possession. It's all over the place right now. Oh, Schultz with a push right there. Nothing called right there, so Schultz will put it in.
You know the Kent fans were looking for a call there.
McCord to Teal. Trying to get inside the circle.
She does.
Ball State with an opportunity here, and
they let it go out.
Floats over the end line, so Kent will put it in. From the 15. So the clock running under 9 minutes now. 5-4 Kent. Second half a little bit better than that first half. First half was pretty good as well, but second half things heating up here. And Kent will now have possession.
This is an endurance test for both teams. It's who's going to outlast the other one now. After this weekend, both these teams are going to have a much needed break, whether it's a week or the rest of the year.
So here's Monica Road. Ball State just looking to set up. It's sooner or later, you're going to have to get the sense of urgency here and got to get this inside the circle and tie this thing up. Here's Road. She makes some nice moves. Northcroft covered well, and nice play by the Kent defense, Megan Class.
And here we go, Inga Corton on another breakaway. You got to be nervous if you're Karen Fitzpatrick.
Harris is able to deflect it out. The shot on goal, good save by Jen Myers.
Jen Myers almost 2 saves in the same play there for Ball State.
Ball State needed to clear, they did.
Corton again, she's just everywhere for the Flashes today.
Oh, and Kent can't.
Maggie Downey can't put the ball in the cage.
Kent was right on the doorstep again.
And there's a foul
boy.
In the circle by Kent, so Ball State will clear it.
With 7.5 minutes left in the game, if Kent puts it in the net there, this one's all but over. Ball State just has not been able to get down inside the circle at all for the last 10 minutes of this game. Here's Northcroft. Ball State needs a big play from their senior.
Really,
Sally can't get anything there. She loses possession. Again, Kent.
There's a great
Courtney
pass
all
by
by
Maggie
herself
Downey
now.
through the legs of the Ball State defender.
Courtney will move in, make a nice move. She's into the middle of the field. Not looking to pass, she's gonna take the shot. She'll wind up and it's taken out of there, but still inside the circle, and Ball State's able to clear. Schultz couldn't handle it though. Kent still with possession. Fight over here for the ball, number 18, Abby McKay.
Ball State cannot let Kent handle the ball down here at this end of the field if they plan on winning this game.
So 6:30 left here in the game.
I'll tell you what's made the difference is that penalty stroke by Sally. Since then, Kent 3-0 and really controlling
Kent able to
this
center the
game.
cord. Clears it, so Kent all kinds of offensive opportunities here. And called on Kent, so Ball State will get it, and they need to clear, and they're unable to clear. Here's Courtney, looks to make a move. She's in.
Here.
Oh, off the side of the cage. So Courtney, not much angle right there for the shot, but again, she's able to get another shot off and keep the pressure on Ball State.
We're looking at under 6 minutes here. And if Ball State can't get it past the 50-yard line, this may be their last game of the season.
Kent sidelines. Oh, and deflection able to go in there.
Kristen Johnson goal. Kristen Johnson, excuse me, puts the ball in the cage for Ohio, just waiting for that pass.
So 5:38 here. Kent has scored 4 consecutive goals, and they have a 6-4 lead.
That's
and
only
how things change.
Johnson's 5th goal of the season. 4 unanswered goals by Kent State here on the
Another
replay.
shot looks like the deflection here, and that's exactly what it was.
McCord
Johnston
was
in
just
there.
unable to match up with Johnson. She turned her back. Johnson just put the ball in the cage.
Courtney just puts it right on goal, and it's just kind of like a one-timer a little bit, and she's able to put it right in there.
Johnson is not a big scorer for this Kent offense either, only her 5th goal of the season. She just seemed to be in the right place at the right time there, Jeff.
So gut check time for Ball State right now. Let's see the clock running, 5 minutes left, 6-4. A foul called on Kent, so Ball State will get it in. Schultz, see what these seniors got for Ball State. Clock continues to run.
Well, Karen Fitzpatrick has to be happy she got, you know, a nice supporting cast to step up around Sally. She's really got to look for Sally right now to score. Sally to prove herself as a contender for MAC Player of the Year and a contender for that Honda National Player of the Year award.
They were able to shut down the Kent offense for so long, and now they've just exploded, and Ball State can't do anything on offense right now. 4:26, so the clock of the enemy of Ball State right now. They're down 2 goals, and look at Lisette Hars. You get a pass through, she's open again. Here's Courtney. Downey and Hars behind the Ball State defense. Courtney, she's looking to shoot, I think. She'll center now. And we'll have a corner for Kent. So Ball State just absolutely, they can't do anything on offense right now, and Kent is just exploding down the field. Kent has the fresher legs right now. Lisette Hars, how many times have we said Hars is down the field? And Downey was right there again, and Courtney, the ability to center and get the corner there. So Kent with the chance a chance to put this one away right now. NCAA title, NCAA berth on the line. And Jordan's shot is saved by Myers. And
They'll clear it out of the circle. Ball State has really got to penetrate and move up the field.
Got a big time sense of urgency right now.
Gut check time for the Ball State seniors with Schultz, Teal, and Northcroft. McCord also.
So a chance here for Ball State, but it's stolen away.
Abby McKay has been everywhere for that Kent defense in this second half.
Here's Downey Beck. We'll let it float over the end line. So Ball State down 6-4 here. 3 minutes, clock still runs. Need a goal quick. There's a steal.
Kristen Johnson.
And she's gonna put it in the cage. Number 1, Kristen Johnson puts this game away. They lead it by 3 here.
Passes earlier in the game. Ball State was being very careless with their backfield passing, and Kristen Johnston, she was just there.
This Kent team has just absolutely exploded here in the second half.
5
Take another look.
goals by Kent State.
She just gets Jen Myers in no man's land, and pretty easy there to put it in the net or the cage when no one's there.
You almost want to give the assist to Ball State on that goal.
So Ball State trails by 3. Kent looks to be going on to the NCAA tournament for the second straight year. Unless a miracle can happen right now. Ball State has not been inside the circle for the last 5 minutes. Sally Northcroft trying to do whatever she can, but it might be a little bit too late.
A little too late, yes it might.
So here we go for Ball State finally inside here, but again, checked away. Northcroft now tries to make a move, and Ball State will get a corner opportunity, but the clock's still running, and it's going to take a miracle right now.
Kent's really been able to contain Ball State in the second half, and as I mentioned, their defense consists of 3 All-MAC performers this year, and they've really stepped up here in the second half. Here we go, Schultz to Northcroft.
Northcroft's shot is deflected. She'll take another shot. Deflected by Weinhold. Weinhold's shot just wide. Ball State still in the circle, and Kent is able to clear, and that'll just about do it here as we go under 2 minutes. 7-4 the score. Kent has put 5 goals on the board here in the second half after they trailed 4-2. Clock still running. Ball State has the possession, but again, Kent able to just blow up here in the second half.
And you got to give credit to these Ball State seniors, not only for this tournament, but for their 4-year run here in Muncie. Some serious records set by Schultz, Teal, and Northcroft. But here goes Lisette Hars again.
She'll find Downey one-on-one with Jen Myers, and Myers able to save there, but we're nearing 1 minute, 20 seconds left, and Ball State needs 3 goals, and probably not going to see that, so Kent is going to win this one.
And Kent just does not stop moving.
Foul called on Ball State, so again, these teams meet for the 9th time here.
And you kind of think that Kent's wasting the clock time here with that pass. You got to wonder what that was about.
We've got a word in, our producers telling me the players of the game. We'll go with co-players of the game. Lisette Hars and Inga Korten. Both of them with 2 goals on the day for Kent.
You can hear the Kent fans behind us.
Kent fans are pumped up, as well they should be. They are a team. They were down 4-2, and they came back. So Mancino's co-players of the game, freshman Lisette Hars and freshman Inga Korten for Kent.
You have to give credit also to Kent's Kristen Johnson for making things happen and really putting this game away with those last 2 goals. And that'll just about wrap it up here. 13 seconds left in this championship match.
The Kent sideline starting to celebrate. We're under 10 seconds left. It'll be a heartbreak again in Muncie as Ball State will lose for the 2nd consecutive year. Kent will win this one 7-4 and move on to the NCAA tournament. The Kent Golden Flashes again repeat as champions of the MAC Conference. Again, they'll move on to the NCAA tournament, and with that offense, they can do just about anything.
You really got to wonder how Kent is going to do in the NCAA tournament. Losing to Syracuse 5-0 earlier in the season, it should be interesting to see how they match up against Big East, ACC, and Big Ten schools. I'll tell you, Kent was willing to share the MAC regular season championship, but definitely not this championship, huh, Jeff? And you can see Coach Kara DeVries hugging her senior administrator there, Judy Devine.
They've got a heck of a coach. She's came in here and won 2 consecutive conference titles in her 3rd season. So Kent again, heartbreak again for Ball State again. Remember the pictures from last year of Ball State, and Kent again will celebrate this time here at Ball State. We'll be back with the post-game ceremonies here. We'll announce the All-MAC team, the All-Tournament team, the top freshman player of the year, the player of the year. Again, Kent moving on to the final. They'll move on to the NCAA tournament. They win the final score 7-4, 5 goals in the second half. The Kent Golden Flashes will move on. We'll be back on WCRH Sports.
Get out of the house and get some exercise. But you've got your own way of doing things. You're your own person. You don't need to follow the crowd or the rules. And the last people you want to be like are your parents.
Johnny, tell them what they want.
Hi, you're about to sample even higher education. Through creativity. At which university will you find Indiana's largest undergraduate program in theater and dance?
Ball State. You can take your passion in life and turn it into a career.
The program has everything I need.
And at which university will you find the nation's 4th largest college of communications?
Ball State. I wrote it, I shot it, and through digital editing, I made it great. I may become a network.
Oh, Ball State University, everything you need.
Hey, Jimmy. My brother got a slam dunk at the basketball game last night. Cool. My sister plays first in the swim meet. Awesome. Hey, Jimmy, what does your brother do? He makes dreams come true. Huh? Come on, I'll tell you. Wow! Cool.
Hey! How you guys doing?
Come be a Dream Team member and help a family get a new start in life. Join Habitat for Humanity today.
What am I doing to myself?
I can't believe you're drinking again.
No,
I can't
none
deal with
of
this
your
anymore.
business. Why is this happening? I can't take it anymore. I need help.
It's free, confidential, and 24 hours. Call 288-HELP.
And Michelle, if you come on in over here, we'll have a word about the final here. Let's just talk again about that second half. That was quite a second half. We're up here, and what a second half from Kent. They were down 4-2, and their backs were against the wall, but they came right back and were able to put 5 goals on the board, and they're moving on again.
Kent did what they had to do there, Jeff, and like I said, they're going to advance to the NCAA tournament. You just kind of wonder how Kent's going to do. They fare well in the MAC, but once they play those top 20 opponents, and actually it was Syracuse's win over Kent this year that put Syracuse in the top 20. Syracuse kind of blew them away 5-0, so you kind of wonder how Kent's going to be able to fare here in the NCAA tournament.
And again for Ball State, more heartbreak in Muncie again. They lose to Kent for the second straight year, but a great 4 years from the seniors including Sally Northcroft, Jocelyn Teal, Carrie Schultz, and Jen Myers. And
these Ball State seniors have nothing to hang their heads about. I think that they played, at least a great first half, a great 4 years. They had a run of 66 straight MAC wins until last year's tournament game, and then 68 consecutive MAC regular season wins. I mean, it's just been an outstanding reign for these Ball State seniors, and they have nothing to hang their heads about.
Nothing to hang their heads about. We're just about set here. Andrea Seeger will control the ceremonies here. Let's send it down to Andrea for the announcements.
My name is Andy Seeger, Director of Athletics for Ball State, and with me is Jason Clark, Director of Administration for the Mid-American Conference. I would like to congratulate, first off, both teams that shared the regular season championship and played an excellent championship game for us today. I'd also like to congratulate all of the teams in this year's tournament. This is the first time that we have had, through the regular season, 3 teams in the top 20 nationally. And I think that speaks well not only for the coaches and players in the conference, but certainly the support of field hockey in the Mid-American Conference. So I think you all should be proud of how well the Mid-American Conference has done this year. What we'd like to do is start with the naming of the all-tournament team. And as I call your name, if you'll come up and remain standing by the table. First, from Central Michigan University, Janelle Sparrow. Also from Central Michigan, Cheryl Eglin. From Ohio University, Carrie Basile. From Ohio University, Kim Wickman. From Ball State University, Tracy Beck. From Ball State, Carrie Schultz. From Ball State, Sally Northcroft. From Kent State, Kristen Johnson. From Kent State, Megan Klass. From Kent State, Helen Jordan. Also from Kent, Inga Corton. Now we'd like to recognize the Mid-American Conference Freshman of the Year with an outstanding season from Kent State University, Inga Corton. Next award is a Mid-American Conference Player of the Year, the player that broke the NCAA single-season scoring record from Ball State, Sally Northcroft. The Mid-American Conference Coach of the Year, outstanding regular season and tournament from Kent State University, Carrie DeVries. We would now like to present the tournament runner-up plaque to Ball State University, who completed an excellent regular season and an excellent tournament, and we'd like to congratulate them as well. Ball State, if you'll come up. And now your 1999 tournament winner and NCAA qualifier, Kent State University. Congratulations. Thank you all for coming.
All right, so the Kent Golden Flashes celebrating, taking those pictures they'll remember forever. 2 years in a row, the Kent Golden Flashes win the MAC championship. They beat Ball State. They come to Ball State and win today. Try to get in here and get head coach Derek Carey to freeze and get our co-players of the game. Let's get on over here, Lisette and we get Lisette Hars and Inga Corton and Carey. Carey, can you come on in here? Inga, Lisette, can you come on over here? All right, we're right up here, Coach. 2 years in a row you've led your team here, and we'll stand right here. 2 years in a row your team has came in here, and last year it was a little bit easier, but this year you guys down 4-2, and you guys were able to pull it off, 5 goals in a row.
Yeah, I was pretty impressed by my team's defensive work in the backfield and their ability to get it up to the forwards. We knew that we had to get the ball up to these two guys because they know how to put the ball in the net. And they did a very good job at finding the open space, and the other girls did a good job at finding them and laying it into the space for them to run onto. So I'm very proud of the whole team effort.
Let me talk to Lisette and Inga. If you come over here, Inga, you guys were able to get inside the Ball State defense there in the second half, and you're able to make some runs, and Lisette was as well. But first, talk about some of those goals you were able to put, that, especially the goal where you bide some time on the corner shot.
I was so fired up. I knew we had to score. I think was it 2?
It was 4-2.
4-2. We knew we had to score. I was at a point I was like, I had to give it to Helen, but they were so crowded and I had to score. I feel I had to score. We deserved to win. We had to win. So I just put it in the cage.
And Lisette, you're able to get behind the Ball State defense early there for the goal, and then late too. How exciting is this? I mean, both you guys are freshmen. You weren't there last year, but what does this feel like?
Oh, this is amazing. Like, we saw the tape from last year and we totally wanted it again, and we did it, and it feels so good. Like, we were so excited, and Ball State had a good game, but we could fight them and we could play them, and we won. So
tell me, what were you guys, coming a little closer here, what were you guys thinking when you're down 4-2 there? You guys definitely did not look like you gave up at all.
No, we dominated the game, and we just kept on dominating the game because we deserved to win, and we knew, now or never. We had nothing to lose, so we just kept on going and going and going, and we won.
And it said a lot about your defense. Ball State had those 6 corner shots. They were not able to score at all. Defense played pretty well too.
Well, it's coming, and we practiced on that, and we knew Sally has a great shot. She has a great career, and we know we had to prepare for that. So it worked off.
Well, good luck in the NCAA tournament. You guys are headed there for the second straight year. It's going to be your first trip, so good luck.
Thank you.
Lisette and Inga Corton are Mancino's co-players of the game. We'll take a break right now. We'll catch up with Karen Fitzpatrick to talk about the loss today. Kent Golden Flashes going to the NCAA tournament. They win it here in Muncie 7-4. Thanks.
Ball State Sports Online. Schedule, results, headline, features, statistics, game note, team pages, video and audio clip, biography, email, Ball State links, daily updates. Your only online source for all the latest in Ball State sports. www.bsu.edu/sports.
This is a college alert. Should you be alert, do we have a college for you? At which university will you find the most comprehensive honors college?
Ball State. Powerful resources of a major university, personal attention of a small college. Everything I need.
And where can you study pre-med, pre-vet, pre-det, pre-optometry, and pre-pharmacy?
Ball State. I know what I want to be, and I'm on course to do it.
Oh, Ball State University, everything you need.
Somewhere near your home is a city in need of a child's help. Somewhere a city is in need of a mailman, policeman, or mayor. Somewhere there is a city where you can be grown up and still be a kid.
tired?
Let's go.
Bye.
All right, we're back out here at Ball State University Turf Field. We're here with Sally Northcroft and Karen Fitzpatrick. Again, we're talking. It really is horrible to talk after a loss like this. This ends the season again. Sally, you've had such a great career. What do you take? This can't be the only thing you'll remember, but I know it hurts.
Yeah, it's tough when you're up 4-2 and suddenly you're down 5-4 and they're scoring on you still. And it's been the most amazing experience for me, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. You guys were up 4-2 there. You had those 6 corner shots there in the second half early, and you weren't able to capitalize. You kept the door open for Kent, though. Yeah, I give credit to them. They never stopped fighting, and we just needed to be more precise on our corners, I think, and it just didn't quite happen. All right, Coach Fitzpatrick, another one, a tough one. It looked like your players, they were. I don't know if they were a little fresher out there, if maybe the extra minutes yesterday, but they were able to get behind your defense there and get those breakaways late, and that's what put it away for them.
Yeah, we had a couple of critical errors where we lost the ball in the middle, and they have a very powerful hitters getting the ball down the field, and the ball got behind us a couple times, and once they started to build that momentum, it really caught us, and I give all the credit to them. I thought the game was ours, and Kent really fought back, and once they started getting into the game again, they just went after full tilt, and I give them all the credit in the world. It was a great game. Great game. You said before the game, the seniors, some of the seniors needed to step up. Jocelyn Teal there with some those goals in the first half. She only had 2 all season. Jocelyn played really well. Also, freshman Christy Rushman really was able to get some runs on Kent and able to play pretty well for you guys. Yeah, I think, for a good portion of the game, probably until the last 20 minutes, we were really into the game, and I thought we played very well as a team, but obviously we ran out of steam. They just got the momentum and just flew with it. I thought we had some good runs early on, but they took advantage of their speed in the second half, and I think we did run out of steam. Talk about your group of seniors and what you're going to remember from this group here. They've won 2 conference titles, co-champions this year. Just not able to get it done in the tournament, but a great group. They're a fabulous group. Their careers have been outstanding. When you have a leading scorer in the country, we have leading assist players in the country. They've worked so hard over their careers. Most of them have been 4-year starters, except for Jen Myers, our goalie. But they've been in there. They've helped us through a lot of critical situations. They've had successful regular seasons, and we've just fallen a little bit short in these tournament plays. Just didn't have enough all around today, I think. All right. Well, thanks a lot, Coach. Okay. Thank you. Well, that wraps it up here from Ball State University Turf Field. The Kent Golden Flashes will move on to the MAC tournament, or to the NCAA tournament. They're the MAC champions for the 2nd consecutive year. Special thanks to Michelle LeBerth from the MAC office for helping us out in the booth today. Special thanks to Andrea Burnatz on the field reporting. And special thanks to WIPB for providing us with the opportunity to cover the MAC Field Hockey Championship. And that'll wrap it up from here. Special thanks to Mancino's again. Take a look at all the crew that helped us with the credits here. And we thank you once again. The final, Kent wins it again 7-4 over Ball State. This has been a presentation of WCRH Sports.